Deep down, he knew she was right.
You just don't go live with your buddy,
He
though.
would return to her.
You got to just go rent a solo apartment when you get
Appeared at the
divorced.
home of his friend, Oscar Madison.
You want to go move in with your friend and hang around and watch TV and drink beer. He doesn't want you at his place.
Can two divorced men
No.
without driving each other?
No. Miss Peaches, an alert. Small Sliders has regular lines now, not 80 cars deep like it's a Chick-fil-A. What would you call it? The shine is worn off already at Small Sliders. It's just regular fast food. Sorry, you're not the next Chick-fil-A. Geez and Pete's. The Chick-fil-A lines are mind-boggling. Cane's has some pretty long lines, and those Small Sliders lines on Vets and Clearview the last week or so were outrageous. But I've driven by there. I did the other night, and not to go by there, just happened to be passing by, and it was like a regular fast food joint. Amazing. The shine is off. It's just Sliders. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday. Miss Peaches, you maybe have not noticed, but a buddy of mine says, oh boy, like all the time. I've been slipping that into the program lately. It's a no-no. Second thing, pen twiddling. Lots of pen twiddling on the air. Lots of pen twiddling. So we got it. No pen twiddling and no, oh boy, none of that. All right. So I have the shock collar on both ankles. I have a second set under my arms wrapped around each shoulder blade with the points going into my underarms. You have 4 buttons over there. If I say the oh boy thing, not now, or if I twiddle the pens, you get to hit the 4 shock collars and basically knock me unconscious in the middle of the program. Anyway, Corey Johnson back at you. Yeah, you right. A Thursday afternoon edition of the program. I'm going to move on quickly from this just because the shock collars made me think of it. There's a guy, like some woman is irritating a guy, knocks his hat off his head. The guy cold cocks the woman and knocks her unconscious. Not one comment is a man can't hit a woman. It's all about she provoked it. She shouldn't have knocked the guy's hat off she asked for it. Why was she in his face? Not one comment of a man's not supposed to just cold cock some woman and knock her unconscious, punch a woman in the face. I just don't get it. Social media is terrible. It really is. Morals, ethics, integrity are just like laughed at. It's just about posting a bunch of nonsense and crazy stuff. And then the people that comment are as dopey as the person that put it up. I guess it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going to comment on, what am I going to put? Man's never supposed to hit a woman. Come on, it's post-Cold War. There is no East Germany. I didn't know if you knew this, Miss Peaches, but pre-Cold War, certain East German, quote, men could be punched by another man. It was legal back in the day. Well, these East German, weightlifters, they were out of control. Anyway, a whole other program for a whole other show. Maybe we'll save that for tomorrow with Fridays with Fletch. He'll love that topic. Hey, the 4 o'clock hour on this Thursday afternoon, and I got a full slate. Rouse's Markets phone lines are open, 766-9480. 4 o'clock hour on this Thursday afternoon, brought to you by Helm Paint and Decorating. 7 Metro New Orleans locations, high-quality Benjamin Moore products with a lifetime guarantee, painting experts that know what they're doing, best in color matching, best in service. Yeah, you don't go to the national chain paint store. You don't go to the big box store for paint. You go to the New Orleans painting experts for over half a century, Helm Paint and Decorating. 7 Metro New Orleans locations, East Bank, West Bank, North Shore, like Mandeville and Hammond. Plus free 2-hour delivery anywhere in the Metro. Helm Paint and Decorating. 7 locations in Metro New Orleans. When you got to paint in Metro New Orleans, When you gotta paint in Metro Baton Rouge, that's right, Tiger Town. Helm Paint and Decorating, 4 Baton Rouge Metro locations, just like New Orleans, free 2-hour delivery anywhere in Metro Baton Rouge. So now when you got to paint in Metro New Orleans and when you got to paint in Metro Baton Rouge, do it once, do it right. Let them steer you in the right direction. Helm Paint and Decorating. Did I mention they're now in Baton Rouge? Gun bill, it's Senate Bill number 1. How appropriate to talk about priorities in Louisiana. Senate Bill number 1. You know, I know crime is a major problem in Louisiana. So is education and infrastructure, economic, the economic opportunities. I mean, I was thinking about this today. You know, you talk about cities doing better than New Orleans economic opportunity wise and the like. Cities doing better than New Orleans. It's a lot easier to figure out which cities are doing worse than New Orleans. States doing better than Louisiana. It's a lot easier to name the ones doing worse than Louisiana. So whatever, you might enjoy this as a priority. I don't know how it puts money in your pocket or educates your kids or makes your ride home and to and from work smoother on the road and the like. Senate Bill number 1 is from Senator Blake Miguez, I guess is how you pronounce it. Anyone 18 years or older in Louisiana can carry a concealed weapon with no concealed weapon permit. You still have to buy the gun legally, but you can hide it, you can conceal it and bring it anywhere you like, essentially. The grocery store, anywhere you like. I don't know what the exceptions are going to be. Can you bring it into a bar room, restaurant? Can you drink while you have the gun? Is that legal? You're on the medical marijuana, you can have the gun. That's legal. The parades, guns aren't legal. Is there exception now? You can have that concealed weapon at a parade, high school football game, in church, at the church. It's interesting. Law enforcement is opposed. Police don't like it. There are facts and there are not facts. Now, you can say, boy, there were other situations going on. We were in a war. I don't know what you can say. I don't know what circumstances you could inject into this that would change it. But states that have just basically open carry, we have open carry, concealed carry. You can conceal a gun and go out and you don't need a permit. There's a 10% increase in violent crime and a 15% increase in homicides. I mean, why would you think there wouldn't be? There are more people out there with guns, regular people that decided to carry their gun because they're not going to carry it on a holster and go to the hospital or church or out to the restaurant or the grocery store. Some people do in Louisiana because that's legal, believe it or not. You can carry the gun on a holster. You can carry the gun. Anyone can legally, strapped right across your chest. You can carry a firearm. You just can't carry it in a concealed fashion, hidden under your shirt, behind your shirt, under your pants, concealed. You have to get a permit for that. Because the thinking is most people aren't like me, regular gun owner, aren't going to walk out with a holster like I'm Yosemite Sam going to the Home Depot or the grocery packing heat. Who does that? It's not the Wild Wild West. But the concealed carry, you have to go get special training and a permit for that because it's concealed carry. There's some reason you feel your life's threatened, whatever. So you go do it and then you have the right to do that. That just seems really normal to me. Instead, it's going to be anyone can put the gun in a hidden spot and go out, which means now you don't know if the idiot morons out there packing heat. That was the beauty of the old law. Concealed carry? I don't know if they're there or not, if they're concealed carry, but at least they went through a process to get permitted. Not like me buying a gun, easier than getting a driver's license. Easier than getting a driver's license. No, law enforcement is opposed to it. Why do you think law enforcement's opposed to it? Because they're loony leftists, anti-gun. They want all the guns off the street. They don't want citizens having guns. Law enforcement is anti-Second Amendment. You think that's their angle? 766-9480. Corey Johnson with you. The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. WoodhouseSpas.com.
Did you know Rouse's sells only Angus beef? Angus beef's natural marbling means more succulence and flavor. Whether you choose Rouse's USDA Prime, Choice, or Select, it'll be only Angus beef when you get it at Rouse's. Tastes like home.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
River Cities Total Maintenance keeps you cool, New Orleans. NOLAAC.com is your cool spot.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
The French bread of the city of New Orleans. Good to the last crumb. Leidenheimer French bread.
At Helm Paint, we go the extra mile with free delivery anywhere in the metro area. In the middle of a job and short on paint? Call us and we'll come to you.
Short on time? Call in your order and pick it up in the drive-thru at our Earhart Boulevard location.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Francesca Deli and Pizzeria has over 15 specialty sandwiches, a big 10-ounce burger, and some of the best pizza in New Orleans. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you on a Thursday afternoon. I told you a full slate on this Thursday. Love to hear from you. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines 504-766-9480. Full slate, including some $50 Woodhouse Day Spa gift certificates to give away. The first racially integrated public university in the South. The first racially integrated public university in the South. Name that school. I've got 50 big bucks for you. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. You heard me right. $50. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. Mid-City, New Orleans, Metairie near North Kenner. 2 North Shore locations, Mandeville, Slidell. They're in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana. First racially integrated public university in the South. 766-9480. Rouse's Markets phone lines to participate. 504-766-9480. Hey, where did New Orleans' own Ellen DeGeneres? She used to run opposite of us on television, Miss Peaches, but our ratings drove her show into the toilet. She had to get out of the TV business. Where did New Orleans' own Ellen DeGeneres get her college degree? Give me the answer to that. 50 big bucks for you at the Woodhouse. 504-766-9480. Or you may want to jump in on these topics like this gun bill. I think this is just crazy. I'm with law enforcement. Why have no permit for a concealed carry? What was the problem with law-abiding gun owners having to get a permit for concealed carry? I never really heard anyone complain about it. The people that had the concealed carry permit, never heard them complain ever, saying, that was so stupid, they made me go get this permit. I should have just been able to have a concealed carry right away when I bought the gun. States that have it, 10% increase in violent crime, 15% increase in homicides. You have more guns out on the street. I own a gun. I don't carry it around with me. I'm not carrying it on a holster, which I legally could. I could carry it across my chest. I could walk around with it in my hand legally at the grocery store, wherever. I don't do it. You don't do it. Most gun owners aren't carrying their gun around with them. Some are, and there's nothing wrong with it. Legal to bring it with you, legal to bring it in your vehicle. And I get if you want have the gun ready, you need to have it ready right away when that criminal's coming up on you. I hear you. If the criminal's already got his gun on you, your gun, concealed or not, is going to do no good for you anyway. Because he's got his gun on you, unless you're a quick draw artist or something. No, and then you have just this factor that no one wants to talk about. Men in America with this machismo attitude, pride. When there are no guns, a lot of folks talk it out, back down, ignore the other person. A lot of people, especially the dopier the person, this is amplified, this sort of meathead, emboldened attitude. I'm carrying a gun. I don't have to back down. I'll just pull out my piece. And then you talk to people about, like moral questions, and they just don't answer them in a realistic way. I'm carrying my gun. Someone carjacks me. I'm shooting and killing them. I don't know. I'm carrying my gun and someone carjacks me. Maybe I'm shooting them. Maybe I'm letting them take my car. Because I'm like, I don't want to shoot and kill someone, and it's just a car. I'll get another one. I have insurance. It sucks. It's an inconvenience, but am I going to shoot and kill someone? I mean, there's just lots of moral dilemmas, especially for you folks that go to church and believe in God and Jesus. There's this, it's not just you and your ethics and integrity and morals. It's this higher calling, right? So, I mean, it's so easy to slap a bumper sticker on your truck. I'm protected by Smith & Wesson. It's, easy to shoot at the range. I'm a damn good, Well, I shouldn't say damn good. I'm pretty effective shooting targets at the range, no pressure. And when I mess up, I just missed the target. In real life, you miss the person that's maybe shooting at you. Just all this America, guns, just this over-the-top gun attitude is insane. It's crazy. It doesn't jive with like ethics, morals, integrity, Sunday church service. I'll blow them away. It's just, I don't know. I mean, Jesus doesn't come into play in this thought. So I'm a gun owner, Glock 17, whoop-de-doo. Not proud of it, not sticking a bumper sticker on my car about it. Don't care. Just letting you know for sake of argument so we don't waste a bunch of time with a bunch of folks accusing me of this or that, not knowing what they're talking about. I just don't get it. Police are against it. 10% increase in violent crime, 15% increase in homicide rate. But Louisiana, it's all about appeasing the political base. And in Louisiana, we love our guns. We love our guns. And more freedom to have guns, we're all for it. When I saw this photo on Twitter, a guy with holster on his left, holster on the right, gun in the back of his waistband. It's like that dude will die in a gunfight. He's with his wife at like a Walmart. I'm like, he'll die in a gunfight. Just crazy. I don't get the gun obsession. There really is some Freudian, whatever, psychology on this. Without a doubt. There's without a doubt. I mean, for me, it's protection, it's target shooting, it's sport and it's protection. I mean, just the, people that are just so fixated on guns and aren't like, you're fixated on guns. You better be like the Sean Payton of guns, the Drew Brees of guns, Nick Saban. You're that fixated on it. You better be the best damn target shooter on planet Earth. You better be the man, the woman with the gun. The range I shoot at on the North Shore, there's one of the guys who taught me, who trained me, his relative is an expert, just knocking, bottles, pins off the rack, 30, 40 feet away with a pistol, dropping the clip, loading another one in a second and just not missing a one. And then there's world-class guys that go to that range, literally world-class shooters. These aren't gun zealots. These are gun professionals. There's a big difference. They don't have bumper stickers on their vehicle about their guns. None of that. Because they're gun professionals, not gun zealots. I don't get it. I'm a gun amateur, not a professional, and I'm not a gun zealot. I'm just an American who owns a gun that's trained and continues to get trained. How to be better and shoot better and hit the target better and all of that. And understand how to use the gun properly. And in real life situations, like trained to don't get behind the car door, get behind the wheel and the engine block. That can stop a bullet coming at you. Real life training. Now it's any dope can go down to the academy or Walmart, buy a gun and stick it in his back waistband because he's some idiot watching a movie and go on out. Just crazy. Going out in public. 10% increase in violent crime, 15% increase in homicide. What was wrong with people like you and me, legitimate gun owners, going and getting a permit and a little training to carry it in a concealed fashion? That makes me feel better as a citizen out on the street, not wild, wild west, anything goes. This is so political. It's mind-blowing. We love politics in Louisiana that don't benefit us. All for show, no substance. We don't get any money in our pockets. Our kids don't get better educated. We don't have better infrastructure. Crime doesn't go down. This doesn't decrease crime. This doesn't decrease crime. It increases violent crime by 10% and homicides by 15%. Those are facts, not my opinion. Consensus information, multiple sources. Do your research, don't assume. It's like gun owners that have gun training. What is it, about 50-50? Every gun purchase, half the folks have gun training on that gun, know how to use it. The other half just bought the gun and we'll figure it out on the fly. Hey, some good news. Yeah, you're right. Some good news over the last year. Louisiana had its largest job growth. I can't believe this, in 30 years. Since the late 90s, almost about 27 years. 40,000 new jobs in 2023 in Louisiana. Expecting 27,000 new jobs this year in 2024. To give you an idea what 40,000 new jobs in Louisiana means, Alabama, a state similar in size to us that kind of has a pretty good economy that sort of maximizes what they do, they added 56,000 jobs last year. So we're not too far behind them. First U.S. moon landing in 50 years. I'll fill you in on that. West Bank bound Crescent City connection still closed, Miss Peaches, with this NOPD homicide investigation on the bridge. West Bank Crescent City connection was a parking lot, standstill, no movement, not a single car going through. Edgar Dookie Chase III passing away at 75, the son of Leah Chase, who passed away about 5 years ago at 96. Edgar Dookie Chase III passing away. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
1970 was an exciting time in New Orleans. The first Jazz Fest was held, the city hosted its first Super Bowl, and the first Helm Paint location opened on Earhart Boulevard. While the floppy disks, mood rings, and pet rocks may have come and gone since the 70s, Helm Paint has grown to become your premier source for quality Benjamin Moore products, competitive pricing, and personal service. Please visit one of our locations today and we'll meet our competitors' prices on any identical product. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore, let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
When USA Today ranked the 10 best must-visit New Orleans restaurants for travelers, Mid-City's own Katie's made the list. USA Today says Scott Craig is chef-owner at Katie's, a much-loved Creole Italian eatery that draws armies of regulars for lunch, brunch, and dinner. A neighborhood spot where locals congregate and New Orleans-style hospitality rules. Indeed it does. Katie's in Mid-City.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex is something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We do in all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations, New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
Outdoor dining, Middle Eastern cuisine, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, some of the city's finest lamb chops and shish kebab, Carrollton at Jeanette by the streetcar barn, Lebanon's Cafe. For Leidenheimer Baking Company, producing the perfect French bread is more than a vocation. It's a sacred mission. And for 5 generations, they've used the same time-honored process, baking their signature loaf with its crisp crust and delicate center, unique and still good to the last crumb. From the finest French Quarter restaurants to your local po' boy shop, for over 125 years, New Orleans' own Leidenheimer. The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Miss Peaches fielding your phone calls, 504-766-9480. I've got 50 big bucks at the Woodhouse. You got answers to my questions about life? Actually, the first racially integrated public university in the South. I'm looking for the first racially integrated public university in the South. You got the answer? I got 50 big bucks for you. Good at one of the 5 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. Hey, where did New Orleans' own Ellen DeGeneres get her college degree? Rouse's Markets phone lines open 504-766-9480. 766-9480. Love to hear from you. Gun owner, non-gun owner, it doesn't matter. I've never met a person in my life that wants to get rid of the Second Amendment. I think they exist. I think you can find them online. I've never met a single person ever. Ever. Have you seen Jimmy Carter and his gun collection? It's a pretty liberal president. There are more guns in the United States of America than there are human beings in the United States of America. More guns than there are people, child, middle-aged, seniors, more guns than human beings. In states where concealed carry with no permit was allowed, 10% increase in violent crime, 15% increase in the homicide rate. Just how it is. Guns embolden mostly men, stupid, dopey, insecure men that might get in a fist fight, or worse, won't get in a fist fight, aren't man enough, or unaware of their physical, prowess or lack of to fight somebody. But if they have a gun, they're going to pull that out, or they're going to start mouthing off or cocking off or standing their ground when they normally would walk away. That's an idiot. I'm going to sit here and have a conversation with an idiot. I'm going to discuss something with an idiot. No. What's better for me to walk away and in 10 seconds, I'm doing what I want to do again and the idiot's gone, or deal with the idiot, and especially if I have a gun. No, there's enough meathead men out there already. I mean, we bump into them all the time. Normal men, don't we? Ready to fight, just loudmouth, just rude, ridiculous. Now, all of a sudden you have a gun, you're emboldened, you're going to stick around, you're not going to stand down and then stand my ground and shoot somebody and then, live with it or not, or have regrets later. That person's dead. I don't make up the stats. I don't go try to seek them out. I don't care if concealed weapon permits reduced crime and was an effective crime measure. I'd be all for it. Things they're doing like in El Salvador, where they've greatly decreased violent crime. I'm all for the things that are legitimate, that aren't against, human rights, civil rights. You're not incarcerated. Well, we accept a 12% incorrect incarceration, but it's worth it to have the other 88% that are legitimate in jail and making society safer. So I don't know about you, 12% wrongly incarcerated, but to have a safe environment, isn't that a good trade-off? No, that isn't how America works. We don't have that luxury. of like in El Salvador. So no, we got to figure out what works, what doesn't work. And if concealed weapons decreased crime, like Louisiana lawmakers like Blake McGiz or whatever his name is that has sponsored the bill is claiming, that would be fantastic. But all statistics lead the other way. I don't know why. We can delve deeper into it and find out the psychology. More guns on the street, more shootings, more legitimate guns with legitimate people on the street, more shootings. You're just increasing the percentage because instead of the gun being in the car, in the glove box, in the briefcase, in the house, it's concealed behind that person's back. And he normally never would have carried that gun to the grocery, the Walmart, the hardware store, the Home Depot, whatever. Maybe the bar, the restaurant. So I don't know what it is. I'm just guessing, assuming. I just know that the facts, these statistics are real. They're not fake. You can find them all over the place. Generally speaking, I've kind of rounded them up or down. Rounded them to the middle, the average. It's about a 10%. It's doubled. I've never seen single digits percentage-wise on any of these two stats. Violent crime, concealed carry with no permit increases 10%. 10, 11%. Didn't see 9 or 8 or 7 anywhere. 10, 11%. Homicide rate increase. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17%. I'm calling it 15%. Google it. Look it up. Multiple sources. Google the opposite. Concealed carry with no permit makes life safer. I mean, Google that and see what comes up. And then try to get a consensus. Don't just go Fox. Don't just go MSNBC. Try to get a consensus. Don't seek out the answer you're looking for. Seek out the answer. You know, you can sit there all day and say that Canada is south of us, but it's north of us. And so let's seek out the actual answer. Not if you flip the earth upside down, it is south of us. I mean, there's all kind of things you can, from an upside down perspective, you know, you can try to find the answer that's real, or you can try to find the answer that makes you feel good. I just try to find the answer that's real, where the facts lead me. I had no idea about concealed carry with no permit, what it did. I just know that the lawmakers are pushing that, man, there's a crime problem. Citizens need to have concealed carry. It'll decrease crime. That's the thinking, that a citizen is going to use his gun and stop a crime. That's the thinking with this. And where concealed carry with no permit has been implemented, it's a 10% increase in violent crime, a 15% increase in homicide rate. I don't make up the statistics. But I think it kind of goes into the old, story I've told or example I've brought up. The theater shooting in Colorado. You're in the theater in Colorado, and that lunatic across the theater pulls out a gun, starts shooting people. Would you rather have a gun or not? I think it would be very hard to find someone that would say, I'd rather not have a gun. I mean, I know the answer. I'd like to get out of there. I'd like to save my life. That isn't what we're asking. You're in the theater. The exits are jammed with people. You're kind of stuck for a minute or two. There's a lunatic 20 yards away, just randomly shooting people. People are running away from him. Would you rather have a gun or not in that situation? I would think 95+% of the population would say, rather have a gun. And then when you really ask the question of, you going to shoot the guy, you think, during all that mayhem? Most people would probably go, yeah, I'd hit the target. And reality is, when police hit like a third of the target in that situation, trained military like Navy SEALs and Rangers are like 50% of the time, you're going to hit the target, huh? Just the average radio talk show host, architect, garbage man, welder, lawyer, you're going to hit the target in the theater. So there's this weird catch-22 with guns. Yeah, I'd rather have a gun in the theater if all of a sudden some dude starts shooting. But chances are I'm going to shoot innocent people and maybe hit the shooter, maybe not. The shooter is mentally messed up. I don't think he's nervous or rattled or anything. The opposite. In his own little messed up, weird, broken world, calm as a cucumber, aiming casually and just shooting away. No pressure. It may not even hear the shots, might hear music in the background. It's someone who's insane. That's crazy. And then you, with wife and kids and job and family and loved ones and your own self you're worrying about, you're just going to shoot away. There are people that can do that. There's a low percentage of people that can do that, can operate ridiculously efficiently and effectively under pressure, can disengage the world around them and focus in and get that job done. I don't think that's most of the population. I would say myself included and about 90% of us incapable of that. So in the theater, everyone else is armed. A bunch of people are armed. There's just going to be a lot more bloodshed. The killer's going to get shot. But I think the 5 people shooting at the killer are going to kill a bunch of citizens that are behind the killer, in front of the killer, left and right of the killer. Killer all of a sudden starts shooting at you and a bullet whizzes by your head. You physically hear it. Or dare I say one hits you in the arm or shoulder. Boy, you're going to start unloading your gun in all kind of directions except at the shooter. It's easy to say my truck is protected by Smith & Wesson. You mess with me, I'll blow your head off. That's easy. It's a lot harder to execute it. I'm really good at hitting golf balls at the driving range when it's a shot that I need, and I need to make this good. It's a little more pressure, and it doesn't happen as easily when there's no pressure and I'm at the driving range. All you gun experts like me, I'm pretty good shooting that gun at the range. I don't know how I would be and hope I never, ever, ever pull it out and have to aim it at a person. Really? That's the problem. I think some of you are like, I don't know. I wouldn't mind that situation. Test out what I'm capable of. Wow. Scary. Boy, we got a lot of topics. Rouse's Markets phone lines. Don't be scared. 1, we don't screen phone calls. 2, I'll never cut you off, regardless if we agree or disagree. It's a different kind of talk show. I'm not scared. You don't need to be scared. 766-9480. 766-9480. Holla.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof. Now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
From the owners of Katie's in Mid-City and Bienvenue in Harahan, an old school deli with over a dozen specialty sandwiches. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria.
Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
For over 120 years, New Orleans' very own Leidenheimer French bread.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
It's time to relax. The Woodhouse Day Spa, Metro New Orleans' premier day spa experience, now with 5 area locations. For a day of relaxation or maybe just a quick 1-hour getaway, the Metro area's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And now 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and our newest location in Mandeville. The Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
What actually lasts a lifetime? Not much, but at Helm Paint, we have something guaranteed to last a lifetime. Benjamin Moore's Regal Select. This paint and primer in one offers cutting-edge waterborne technology, smooth application, and long durability. Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore, your New Orleans paint store.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes, a magazine as unique as you.
Yeah, you right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you on a Thursday afternoon. I think it's happening like in the next hour or so, the first U.S. moon landing in 50 years. It's a private company, a private U.S. company, an unmanned lander. But going back to the moon, good stuff. I think the single greatest achievement in the history of mankind, I mean, man leaving where we are, planet Earth, physically on the ground, and man walking on the moon. What is the moon? 300,000 miles away, I think. 350,000 miles away. Think about that. That's what? 100 times from here, from New York to Los Angeles, times 100? 3,000 times 100? We launched a couple of guys, 3 guys, sitting on top of a massive rocket, like the bottle cap on this bottle. Just brave heroes, and they walked on the moon and flew back. I mean, and they did this in the late 60s? They did this 50 years ago? I mean, it's the single greatest achievement in the history of mankind. It's so great, no one's been back since. I mean, wouldn't you think, like, wow, 74, I think, was the last time we went. You would think some other countries would have put their citizens on the moon sometime in the last 50 years. Just the focus, the dedication, the money, the amount of people, the smarts, the ingenuity, overcoming obstacles. I think the single greatest achievement in the history of mankind. And because of how massive it is, the most under-talked about, underappreciated achievement in the history of mankind. I mean, my God, there really are like very few movies or documentaries, most Americans don't know a lot of the details of, Saturn V rocket, the stages, how you land on the moon, how you come back. I mean, it's incredible engineering. It's not deep or detailed. A child can understand it, and most of us have no clue about it. It's just one of the most incredible achievements ever. Some of the stuff we were doing in the 60s in this country. Oh, Jeff Dorson's joining us from the Humane Society. I'm going off on right now. I'm going off on first U.S. moon landing in 50 years. West Bank Crescent City Connection reopened. West Bank Crescent City Connection reopened. Closed for a couple of hours. A homicide investigation. Police all over that bridge, clogging up that bridge. Biden meeting with Alexei Navalny's wife and daughter. He died in some Arctic, Siberian, Russian prison. Edgar Dookie Chase III passing away at 74. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday. Yeah, you right. Thanks so much for joining us on radio, on television, on YouTube. Don't worry, Miss Peaches. We'll catch it on the flip side. Were you calling the wrong number? Poor Miss Peaches. Yeah, no, because it's getting too late. We'll pick up Jeff on the other side. Yeah, we'll go to them. We'll get Jeff on the flip side. I don't want to shortchange Jeff from the Humane Society. HumaneLA.org. HumaneLA.org. Well, you're wasting your time with that, Miss Peaches. Hey, let's go to New Orleans. Rouse's Markets phone line, 766-984-80. Claudette joins us in New Orleans. What up, Claudette? Claudette.
I was wondering had you been the winner for the the public university.
Oh, you want to answer one of our trivia questions. I thought you were packing concealed heat, Claudette.
No, that's too political for me.
Do you own a gun, Claudette?
No.
If you did, would you be concealing it when you go to the grocery and stuff?
No.
Yeah, I know. I just don't get all this stuff. And if you wanted to, why is it such a big deal to go get a permit to do that? You know how many jokers or clowns are going to be packing heat now, running around the city in the line at the grocery in front of us, behind us now? Somebody bumps somebody, they get in a fight. I'm going to get sprayed by bullets because of two jerks carrying a gun at the grocery.
Let me ask you a question. Have they passed that law?
They're going to, because the Senate and the House are, Republican controlled, and this is all about politics and election. It's not about safety.
Other states, they bring it here.
If it's popular for the politician, you bet. If it's good for us, they're like, what state? What idea?
You got the people vote according to parties nowadays. You need to vote according to people who have a like mindset.
Yep, I agree. Too much black, white, Republican, Democrat. Yep. Vote for who's the best person for you.
Yeah, there's pros and cons in both of them, but you look for that person that thinks more like you.
Yep.
And instead of just because I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, I'm supporting them.
No, you're right, Claudette.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
And what's going on all over this country, is based on politics.
You're right. And it's
affecting us.
No, it's ugly. It's hate-filled.
I'm in Rouse's and some fool come in there with a gun stuck down the back of his pants.
Yep.
And somebody look at him crazy, and he's going to pull out his gun, saying he was protecting himself.
Yep, you're right.
But I'm going to take one of them bean cans and wear him out.
I hear that. Clock him in the head. Hey, Miss Claudette, you have an answer to one of our trivia questions?
I was thinking UNO.
For what one? The first racially integrated public university in the South?
Yes.
You are correct.
Yeah, you're right.
Excellent work, Claudette. Hang on. We're going to get some info from you. Claudette's a winner. Corey Johnson with you. Don't move.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
Hi, it's Ken Friend from Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business. Come see us over on Maple Street in Uptown.
Friend & Company Fine Jewelers, Breitling time, 5 p.m.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
Hi, this is Joey Helm. My dad, Bunky Helm, had a vision of a locally family-owned store serving the residential and commercial paint needs of New Orleans. I think Dad would be proud of today's Helm Paint and Decorating, and here's why. We have the best technical staff in the business, providing the best color matching service in Southeast Louisiana. Perfect matching for any color and any brand. And we'll save your colors so you don't have to save those old cans. Helm Paint offers free 2-hour delivery. Our in-store decorators will assist you on deciding what color and type of paint to best showcase your home. But most importantly, as your local independent Benjamin Moore dealer, our products provide the greatest value in the paint industry. Superior coverage, and Benjamin Moore paint simply covers better and lasts longer. New Orleans is a city of vibrant color, and no one else provides the paints of New Orleans like Helm Paint and Decorating. Visit any of our 6 locations or online at helmpaint.com.
Helm Paint, let us steer you right. Helm Paint and Supply.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Ooh la Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh la Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
5 generations, family owned and operated. Leidenheimer French bread.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries.
Yeah, you right.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
Yes, I would like to get away from this song.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows.
I often go to places where everyone knows my name.
And they're always glad you came.
That's usually the case, and vice versa. I want number 9, Drew Brees, joining the program right now from La Jolla, California. Number 9, please. Just in time. No more cheers, Miss Peaches. Throw that in the garbage can. Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson back at you. I think we used it yesterday. Should have gone in the bottom of the stack and rotated with the others, but it didn't. Ball it up, Miss Peaches. Pour some lighter fluid on it. Toss a match on it. We're going to watch it go up in flames. The Cheers theme. Hey, Miss Peaches, I was joking. Don't like that. Oh, my God. The sprinkler system's going off. It is a Thursday. Yeah, you right. Corey Johnson with you. 5 o'clock powwow coming your way. That gun bill, Senate bill number 1, you got to love Louisiana and its priorities. And a lot of folks are like, damn right, crime's a big problem. Yeah, but does allowing citizens to carry a concealed weapon without a permit, we had the right to carry them already, just making it easier where, hey, anyone who owns a gun like me, today I can't carry my gun concealed. I can carry it out in the open, but why would I do that? But once this bill passes, and it'll pass, I can then carry my gun in my waistband or put it on a holster and put a shirt over it and carry a concealed weapon. And knowing how Louisiana's legislature works, it'll be anywhere. Church, bar room, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because it's the crime session. And the legislature has the mentality. In Louisiana, it's really easy to get a gun, easier than a driver's license. Getting a gun is not a problem in Louisiana. No one anywhere has ever tried to take away my gun. Nowhere, anywhere. I feel no worry of my gun getting taken away. My recycling got taken away. That's a much bigger threat. My recycling service getting taken away, or my trash service going from twice a week to once a week. That's a bigger threat than my gun getting taken away 100, 1,000 to 1. So having a gun in Louisiana is easy. You can carry right now, open carry. You can carry a gun from your car to your house, put it in a briefcase, put it on a holster and walk around in the store with it where everyone sees you having it. I have a holster. I got 2 clips with 13 bullets, I think, in each. And then I got, 17 bullets in each. 17 bullets in each clip. I got a clip in the gun on my right side. So I got my Yosemite Sam belt. I got the belt and I got the gun on the right and 2 clips ready to go. I could do 51 shots in about 90 seconds probably. I could legally holster up and go on out to the Home Depot, the grocery store right now. Right now. Restaurant. Right now. But people don't do it. But concealed carry, you're going to have a lot of people carrying guns that right now, like me, don't carry my gun, don't travel with my gun. There's going to be a lot of people that are like me right now that don't carry their gun or travel with their gun. It's like on your nightstand by the bed or in a desk drawer right by the bed. They can get it in 2 seconds, that kind of thing, like me. But with concealed carry, some of those people are going to carry that gun because they can conceal it. And I don't make up these statistics. You can discount them or not. It's just how it is. I don't know why people get so mad at stuff like this. This is a consensus. It's where states have legalized concealed carry with no permit, a 10% increase in violent crime, 15% increase in homicides. It makes sense. You have more guns, more people carrying guns in public places, getting irritated in the grocery line or wherever, and they, all of a sudden feel emboldened because they're carrying a gun where normally they would back down, but the gun made them go, man, I'm going to stand my ground. Men, a lot of men are dopes and meatheads to begin with. Believe me, I know this. I'm a man. Competitive idiots, morons. I mean, my God. Men are dumb. And then you get a little alcohol in them, men get real stupid. Let's arm them with concealed weapons, and anyone who can, no training necessary, no permit necessary. Just go buy a gun and you can go conceal it and go on out. Head on out into the public. That's Senate Bill number 1. Law enforcement. This is so weird. Law enforcement and police opposed to this. This is again where politicians think they know more than the experts. The politicians are saying it'll make society safer. It'll make us safer. Law-abiding citizens carrying the concealed weapon with no permit. Law enforcement and police, the people that we arm and have them go out and protect us, they know, not believe, they know it makes it more violent, less safe, more guns used, homicide rate increase. The statistics prove it. 10% increase in violent crime, 15% increase in homicides. But in Louisiana, it isn't about the crime and the safety. It's about politics. It's about politics. America, freedom, just our obsession with guns. We have 3 different kind of people with guns. You have people like me, gun amateurs. People that are trained, own a gun, shoot at the range, hope they never have to aim the gun at a person, don't want to shoot anybody. But we're not gun professionals. We can't go to some gun show and shoot down a bunch of targets in record time. Those are gun professionals. The people that train me to shoot. One of their relatives is one of the best in the state, in the region. One of the guys that comes out to the range is one of the best in America, maybe the world, over on the North Shore. So those are gun professionals. None of them have a bumper sticker on their car saying my house is protected by Smith & Wesson. None of them. None of them have any gun stickers on their car. None of it. None of it. Those are the gun professionals. They can go to a show and just shoot targets like it's out of control. And boy, they can protect themselves because the repetitions and practice time, it's almost innate. Then they're the gun amateurs like me that go to the range with the gun professionals and shoot. And then they're the gun zealots. The gun zealots that love their gun, love the gun. Just strange. It's whacked. It is Freudian. It is some kind of insecurity where your gun makes you feel better about yourself. It's crazy. Hey, Miss Peaches, I'm a proud shovel owner. I own a shovel. It's a damn good shovel. I'm a proud ladder owner. I own a ladder. Proud gun owner. It's insane. I own a gun. I'm proud that I own it. Proud of that stereo system of mine I bought. Just weird. Weird behavior. Strange men. Men emboldened having a gun that would normally back down, run away. Real meek. Have a gun, all of a sudden they stand their ground. I shot him because he pushed me in the line at the grocery. It's insane. Anyway, in Louisiana, we're not about what puts money in our pocket, educating kids, improving infrastructure, actually decreasing crime. We're into this kind of political crap. Just gets the base for Blake Miguez fired up, Hell yeah, concealed carry. I'm all for it. I'm a gun owner. I don't understand it. If I want concealed carry, I'll go take the test and get the permit. And then I can have a concealed carry like some of my friends have. I don't get it. Crazy. But those guys are gun pros, not gun zealots. Hey, some good news. Over the last year, Louisiana had its largest job growth over the last 4 quarters in like the last 30 years. 40,000 new jobs in Louisiana in 2023. 27,000 more expected in 2024. Alabama, similar population to Louisiana. We had 40,000 new jobs last year. They had 56,000. They have a much more diverse economy than we do. That's for sure. Corey Johnson with you. Edgar Dookie Chase III, passing away at 74 years old, the son of Leah Chase. Very, very civic-oriented, community-oriented, loved New Orleans. Edgar Dookie Chase III, passing away at 74. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com. The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day. By river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
Served in New Orleans' finest restaurants, Leidenheimer French bread.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
There's a Middle Eastern restaurant that's less than 5 minutes from where Causeway and River Road meet, Lebanon's Cafe. Convenient to Old Metairie and Old Jefferson. Carrollton at Jeanette on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, with 5 area locations, New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and now Mandeville. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
Now that is a great place to go. Katie's in Mid-City. You know, I often talk about Katie's, the quintessential New Orleans neighborhood restaurant with all that New Orleans great food, owner, operator, head chef, Scott Craig, all the local seafood, po' boys to pizzas, so many great dishes. But what I love about Katie's, it's got a bunch of flat screen TVs so you can check out what you want to check out on those flat screens, like maybe LSU's nice basketball upset of Kentucky last night, or Pelicans action tonight, or maybe Premier League soccer, whatever it might be. MLB about to crank up. Katie's in Mid-City, as New Orleans as it gets. Iberville, corner Tallahassee. Why aren't you at Katie's right now? Jeff Dorson joins us again on the program. He's with the Humane Society of Louisiana. You can go online. Why don't you do it right now and donate? HumaneLA.org. We are terrible. Did you see the Times-Picayune today? All the shelters around the state, overpopulated. Shelters, you know, indirectly, like we're going to have to start euthanizing animals. The Louisiana SPCA, their multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art facility on the West Bank, they do that all the time. And boy, they have millions and millions and millions of dollars. I do not understand the Louisiana SPCA on the West Bank, what their role is for New Orleans and what they do in New Orleans. I know they euthanize about 1,000 dogs a year. I know that much. And I know they have a multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art facility, and I know they get millions and millions of dollars annually, locally, regionally, nationally, even internationally. People die, they give it to the Louisiana SPCA. The city of New Orleans gives them about $2 million. No, and they euthanize about 1,000 animals a year. There's a bunch of shelters all over Metro New Orleans that are packed to the gills, and euthanizing these dogs and cats is what's coming next unless we step up and do what's right. And it all boils down to this, sadly. I mean, it's simple. My block where I lived, when I moved in there, bought my house, moved into my neighborhood, there were kittens and cats all over the place. About, you know, after bringing a few kittens to the vet and having to pay the bill and get them adopted and stuff like that, I brought in a trapper, and this woman came in from the West Bank and trapped all the feral cats, spayed and neutered them, and let them all back out. I haven't seen a kitten in my neighborhood in years. You want to know why? Because they're spayed and neutered. So if we were a civilized, humane state and city, we'd spay and neuter our dogs. But there's a bunch of people out there, first off, that have dogs. Don't bring them to the vet ever. They're not chipped. They don't have heartworm medicine every month. They don't get vaccinated every year. And they're not spayed or neutered because it's my dog, it's my property. If I want to breed them, just dogs are readily available. Don't have to breed them. The opposite. We need to spay and neuter them. And then we wouldn't have this overpopulation problem. The king, it's Rex himself when it comes to dogs and cats and kittens and puppies. He's Zulu. He's the big shot. He's all of that. It's Jeff Dorson from the Humane Society of Louisiana because he cares and he's picking up our slack and he's been doing it for 35 years. How you doing, Jeff?
Hey, Corey, that's a big intro, but thank you. Yeah, it always, you're right. It just comes down to that word. Do you or do you not care? Because if you did care, then you would probably do the right action. And that is just go out of your way a little bit to help all these wonderful animals that rely on us for everything. And so if it doesn't occur to you, well, now let it occur to you that maybe you can volunteer, donate, get involved, see what's going on in your neighborhood. Just like what you said, are you seeing cats and kittens, stray dogs? Well, come join us. It's going to take more than just a few of us to turn the state around.
Yeah, and if you don't want to join, donate money, give money, and Jeff will do the rest. Like
you can donate your a vehicle, monthly donation, come to our events, or give a one-time. All of it helps.
Hey, this piglet throwing thing. How about we throw the guys throwing the piglet in jail? Let's throw them in jail, like physically throw them in jail.
I wouldn't mind.
I mean, what a bunch of morons tossing this.
Referring to
these idiots tossing the piglet around during Mardi Gras. This little baby pig, throwing him back and forth like it's a football or something. The piglet was confiscated and is safe and sound, but I don't know if these idiots got arrested.
No, nobody called it in. I mean, what's the response time? 4 hours? Who's going to wait around?
No, it's just some fraternity boys having fun with a little piglet. No, you get like an Andre the Giant size guy who grabs the fraternity boys by the back of their pants and their neck and fling them into the jail cell. Throw them into the jail cell like they were throwing the piglet. See how that works out.
Exactly. The good news is, believe it or not, Representative Lauren Ventrilla, who you actually heard at our luncheon, who actually won her election, is adopting Piglet.
She's adopting the pig that was thrown around?
I'm sorry?
She's adopting the pig that was thrown around?
Yes. She's a state rep now in District 65 in Baton Rouge, heard about it, called me, we talked. I'm delivering Piglet to the state capitol steps next Wednesday. I kid you not.
Yeah, she's the one who has like the farm with all the other animals she rescues, and she's like married to a Marine or something like that, right?
Good memory. Yep. He's special ops. Yes, indeed. So best be nice to them.
and horses, goats, all kind of animals that she's saved and is taken care of on that farm, right?
Yeah, if she's ever single, I need to call her up. She's exactly what I need to hang out with.
I think we said she's married and special services, so special forces. So Jeff, you and I we're going. It's not gonna last a long time with that guy. You can try to hold him. I'll punch him. He'll probably laugh.
Well, the idea is we share the same philosophy. That's all I meant.
Yeah, I hear you. A woman like that. I'm with you. If she could play golf too, that would be an added extra for me. All right, let's move on. Something more positive. All Mardi Gras horses safe and adopted, huh?
Yep. Year number 6. We started in 2017, stopped for 1 year COVID, and so we're over the 100 marker for number of horses adopted. So it takes a lot of energy, but by the way, it's not an easy program. You got to photograph the horses and put them up, upload them, and then answer everybody's questions and do a bio and then go through the applications and read everything. So there's a lot of behind the scenes. It doesn't happen by itself. So I'm grateful to all the volunteers and chip in. This actually takes a lot of time and effort and energy. So for all these things to work, get behind us, join our team.
HumaneLA.org to donate. Hey, these lab puppies that were abandoned, what's the story? They're available?
Every day we get these heart-wrenching stories because there aren't enough shelters and people don't want to pay to get their animals fixed. They figure they'll just dump litters and kittens in the woods or on side roads. So we get that every day. Half our state doesn't have enough shelters. So people get frustrated. They just put them out on the street or on the side of the road or in the woods. So yes, 3 lab puppies down to 2. They're beautiful black lab puppies in St. Helena, which doesn't even have a rescue group. I don't even know if it has a vet clinic. I think the nearest one is in Kentwood. Contact us, 1-888-6-HUMANE. Look how cute they are on our Facebook page, please. Humane Society of Louisiana.
888-6-HUMANE is the phone number. HumaneLA.org is the website. You can go to that website and donate. HumaneLA.org. You mentioned the shelters. State shelters bustling at the seams right now. We used to fly out a lot of animals. Are there any cities in America where there's a shortage still, or has the, economic situation, political situation changed things in America? What's the story?
It has, Corey. That's a great question to ask. Yes, we used to transport multiple times a month. We're down to a few times a year. Every state in the country, as far as we can tell, suffering from pet overpopulation. People adopted like crazy during COVID. They're going back to work. They can't spend time with Fido. Fido goes to the shelter.
Wow.
And nobody is adopting.
Wow.
We went from maybe a few hundred a month to one or two a month. That's how critical it's going.
Even places like Minneapolis, San Francisco that have great spay-neuter laws and really don't have that overpopulation problem, they are having that because of return pets?
Correct. It's all slowing down to a halt.
Wow.
It is heartbreaking.
It is. No, because I remember one May, we raised $10,000, our Humane May fundraiser. You bought 400 containers in the plane and flew 400 dogs somewhere where it was no kill shelter and they all got adopted out. We saved 400 dogs that May.
Well, that's a long shot now. Things have dramatically changed all over the country. Heartbreaking.
Well, how are we going
to you? Go ahead.
How are we going to get these dogs out of all these, overpopulated facilities in Metro New Orleans right now without them being euthanized?
Well, the new reality is if we want to have any intake, you have to put some dog animals down. Nobody wants to talk about it, but otherwise we start warehousing for years. And so we're all having a discussion, and we're just lost sight of this no-kill philosophy. We don't know if we can do it anymore. It's not sustainable at this point in time.
Because
nobody
people
wants to admit that.
And is it ultimately because of the lack of spaying and neutering, or it's this phenomenon of corona where people adopted and are returning animals?
Why wear the same old
Hey,
glasses
Jeff, hang
that
on.
everyone
We're
else is
coming right
wearing?
back. Don't
Stand
move.
out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof. Now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
For Leidenheimer Baking Company, producing the perfect French bread is more than a vocation. It's a sacred mission. And for 5 generations, they've used the same time-honored process, baking their signature loaf with its crisp crust and delicate center, unique and still good to the last crumb. From the finest French Quarter restaurants to your local po' boy shop, for over 125 years, New Orleans' own Leidenheimer.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
From the owners of Katie's in Mid-City and Bienvenue in Harahan, an old school deli with over a dozen specialty sandwiches. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview between Canal Boulevard and West End. Francesca Deli and Pizzeria.
Here at the NOLA Coalition, we love our kids and we love our city. The people of New Orleans are standing together for a better future. By harnessing our collective resources, the NOLA Coalition will create a safer, more prosperous city for all residents. Your support is needed to help reduce violence, invest in our children, and drive generational change. Join now at nolacoalition.info.
Rouse's, New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's has the only full-service grocery stores both in the French Quarter on Royal Street and in the CBD on Baronne in the old Sewell Cadillac building. The Rouse's on the river, Tchoupitoulas at Napoleon, is in a century-old warehouse. And uptown on Ferret at the corner of Valence is Rouse's all-new boutique store. With 7 locations in Orleans Parish, Rouse's is New Orleans grocery store. Rouse's Markets. Taste like home.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
It's time to relax. The Woodhouse Day Spa, Metro New Orleans' premier day spa experience, now with 5 area locations. For a day of relaxation or maybe just a quick 1-hour getaway, the Metro area's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And now 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and our newest location in Mandeville. The Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com.
It is scary. Nobody wants to do it, and yet the animals start to suffer when they're warehoused in a long period of time. They suffer emotionally and mentally, and so we have to factor in everything. And it's such a shame because we're backsliding. We reduced euthanasia dramatically over the last decade, and now nationally we're having to take another look at it because we don't know what else to do. And you mentioned all these other factors of contributing to pet overpopulation. Now factor in inflation and how vet clinics have raised their prices that make it now a harder barrier to take your animal in to get fixed. So we're looking at all these factors that are going against us, and it's just hard. It was difficult before. Now it's difficult times 2. So we don't have the answers. We need to have a national discussion, like declare an emergency if we want to take this seriously. Yep. We need direction from the national organizations that don't even talk to the locals. This is their time to actually have a national forum on pet overpopulation, and let's all get on the same page and drive something together. We're all working independently, which is you're not going to win too many games that way. So I'm going to reach out to all the national groups. There are only 3 or 4 of them, and say, isn't it a good time to all come to the table and talk about this. So that's next for me. We covered a lot, and I thank you for all these minutes that you devote to all the things I care about. Thank you, and we'll try again next week. My pleasure.
I'm not hearing myself now I'm hearing myself in the headphones. No, someone said my audio was dead since the break with Jeff. He came through fine, but nothing on your side. And that's what I thought was going on. Maybe it's just the streaming or YouTube or something. But yeah, I couldn't hear myself, but Jeff could hear me and was answering my questions, but I didn't think my voice was going on the air. Yeah, I know. I don't know why. I think this email I just got is correctamundo. No, I couldn't. I can hear myself loud and clear through the headphones and could not for like the last 10 minutes. Huh? And you could hear me? No, something was wrong on the board. Oh, Miss Peaches, what can we do? I guess we're going to go get some new state-of-the-art equipment. No, it's working now. But I think that email was correct a few minutes ago. My voice was not heard, just dead air, and Jeff Dorson was talking to the listening audience. Maybe just on streaming. Who knows? But that's why I was messing with my headphone wire. I was like, something's wrong.
My situ, that's Arabic, to make the best football kibbe. You can experience kibbe just like my grandmother used to make, and so many other Middle Eastern favorites on the streetcar line, Lebanon's Cafe.
Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's what I said. Ooh, Leidenheimer, that's French for bread. Leidenheimer.
Since 1896, a true taste of New Orleans, Leidenheimer French bread.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day. By river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Louisiana is unique. The food, the festivals, even the bugs. No, not mud bugs. Unwanted bugs like these. The ones you don't want crawling in your home or business. Trust the Shield from J&J Exterminating. We've been protecting Louisiana homes for over 50 years, earning the trust of our clients because we deliver what we promise. Protect your home from pests. Get the Shield from J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
It's time to relax. The Woodhouse Day Spa, Metro New Orleans' premier day spa experience, now with 5 area locations. For a day of relaxation or maybe just a quick 1-hour getaway, the Metro area's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa. And now 5 area locations: New Orleans, Metairie, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and our newest location in Mandeville, the Woodhouse Day Spa, woodhousespas.com. Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes are magazine, as unique as you.
Yeah, you right, Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. Yep, I can hear it. Yep, we're good, Miss Peaches. I don't know what happened. That sucks. You know what dead air is in the radio business, huh? Dead. You're dead. You're dead. Can't have dead air. No bueno. I don't get this gun bill. Concealed carry with no permit. I don't get it. Right now in Louisiana, you can carry a gun on a holster. We've all been in the grocery where you probably like me and leave the grocery when you see some dope carrying a holstered gun. It's like, why is he carrying a firearm? Is that a cop? No, it's just some guy. It's not a policeman. Are the meds working right or not? Is somebody going to bump into him? He's going to get mad and pull out the gun and start shooting. I don't want to be anywhere around this guy with the gun. But right now in Louisiana, any gun owner can carry their gun out in the open, carried in a holster across their chest, just as long as it's visible. Concealed carry required a course and some training, a permit, which was very simple and easy to get for any real gun owner. And those that chose to do it got it. I know some people with the concealed carry, and they never said, I'm against the test. Why is there a test? They like it. It's like exclusive. It's special. You took some extra training. They're reinforcing the significance of the gun. All of that. So the public, the general population is safe. But in Louisiana, Senator Blake Miguez, because it's political, it's about his base, it's about, more freedom with our guns, more freedom, Second Amendment. I like this guy. Doesn't put money in our pockets, doesn't educate our kids, doesn't pave our roads, and doesn't make us safer. Doesn't make us safer. States that have implemented the concealed carry with no permit, 10% increase in violent crime, 15% increase in homicides. More guns, more people with them, feeling emboldened, going out in public with them when they normally wouldn't. See, I own a gun. This isn't going to change my life one bit. I'm not going to carry it concealed. It's going to stay where it is. I don't bring it with me in my car. I don't travel with it. It's for two things. The B part is home protection. I got an alarm. I got a dog. Fairly safe neighborhood. Anything can happen anywhere. I get it. The A part is target shooting. I'm pretty good at the range, like I am at the driving range with golf. But I'm not going to carry it concealed. I'm not bringing it with me in my car. And that's fine if you do bring it with you in your car. But now there are going to be some people that are going to be like, wow, I'm going to bring it with me concealed. And that just sort of scares the crap out of me, especially when the statistics say 10% increase in violent crime, 15% increase in homicides. It doesn't decrease crime. That's why law enforcement, that's why police are against this bill. Police and law enforcement, do you think for a minute, if there was a bill where citizens were involved and it helped decrease crime, made life safer, made society safer, you don't think police would embrace that? Why are police opposed to this if it makes things safer? Because it doesn't make things safer. It makes things more unsafe. 10% increase in violent crime, 15% homicide rate increase with concealed carry with no permit or training. I mean, Louisiana, the mentality is like, let's arm everybody and that'll stop the crime. No, it'll just be a bunch of people shooting innocent people. What gun people don't want to do is think through the entire process. They just think some criminal's got a gun, he's shooting me, better that I have a gun so I could possibly shoot back at him and protect myself. And I bring up a realistic, real-life example and how all of us think only makes things worse. You're in that theater in Colorado where that gunman starts shooting people. Everyone's running. You can't get out the exits in time because they're crowded with people. And this guy's just randomly shooting. If you're in that theater, would you rather have a gun in that situation or not? I would say 95% of the population, including myself, would say you'd want the gun. And all it would do would increase the carnage in the theater. The gun zealot thinks he'd one shot kill the guy. The guy's surrounded by people. There are people behind him. There are people in front of him. He's in a crowd. There are civilians everywhere. It's a crowded theater. People are crawling over chairs. You shoot and miss him left or right, you're hitting innocent people behind him. You shoot too low, you're hitting innocent people in front of him. It's loud. There are people all over the place. The chairs are shaking. The ground's practically shaking. You're going to just be able to casually fire off shots and kill the perpetrator who's moving around, jumping around, just killing people. He's insane. He's a lunatic. He's not a normal person. So no, we'd all want the gun, and we all would end up shooting innocent people trying to kill the perpetrator. And maybe we kill the perpetrator and we kill the ladies next to him and the little kid and all that too. But we don't like thinking like that. We think we're going to be like some Navy SEAL and they miss 50% of the time when getting shot at. We think we're going to be 100% hit our target like we're at the shooting range. No, the gun mentality, the gun, this machismo, emboldened kind of mentality. Men are dopey to begin with. Pride, want to get in a fight, stand your ground, all this. It's not good. It's not good. And this Senate Bill number 1 is unnecessary, stupid, strictly political, doesn't do anything to make us safer. Police and law enforcement thinks it makes us less safe. But I'm going to believe the politician, not the experts in the field. Edgar Dookie Chase III, son of Leah Chase. Leah Chase passing away in 2019 at 96. Edgar Dookie Chase III passing away at just 74 years old, Leah Chase's son. Edgar Dookie Chase III's son, Edgar Duke Chase IV, running the restaurant. So over there on Galvez and Orleans, everything's good. Corey Johnson with you on a Thursday afternoon. Everything's good at Rouse's. Best quality, best price, best selection. Tastes like home. Rouse's Markets. I love my Rouse's. The aroma of king cakes permeating through all those Rouse's locations up until a few weeks ago, up until last Tuesday. Now it's the aroma of crawfish boiling. No one sells more boiled crawfish hot from the pot ready to eat than Rouse's. No one sells more live in the sack crawfish ready for you to take home and make your own boil. Best quality, best selection, best price. Blue Boy knows. Tastes like home. Your Rouse's Markets. Hey, New Orleans, thanks for joining us. Fantasy Friday program. Mañana, 4 p.m. Be there.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson on TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube, on radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
Hi, it's Ken Friend from Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business. Come see us over on Maple Street in Uptown.
Friend & Company Fine Jewelers, Breitling time, 6 p.m.
I need a friend. I need a friend in the jewelry business.